It's a spot. Kick it, you know what I'm saying? This is the morning edition. This is the Georgia morning edition. Hey, Rob, how you doing? Okay, I just got up. Just partying. How's it going out there? Oh, that's crazy. It's 9 a.m. here. 9 a.m. Just out here partying, enjoying ourselves. Just kicking it. Kicking it. Making it feel good. Just rocking with it. Hope you're having a good time out there. Have you got syphilis yet? Hey Jennifer, good morning. How are you? How's it going? Hey Murph, how you doing? You been kicking it? You guys having a good day? Jennifer, how you feeling today? You kicking it? Oh, you're working from home. Oh, okay. I'll tell you, I can remember having a home office, and you think it's cool, especially in a blizzard. But there's studies done on uh, what you experience when you don't work from home, the interaction. They've done studies on coffee shops, restaurants, places that people frequent outside of their residence, and how much it improves your mental health, even though those are long or short interactions with people. What it does, it's just part of being human. I'm like that. Like, I don't want anybody around, but I like saying hi to Sally at the gas station and Martha at the restaurant and seeing Janie at the checkout at Walmart. And that's just fine with me. It's perfect. And I noticed that during COVID, when that went away, I've struggled with it. When I lived in Chicago, we had 24-hour doormen where I lived. Chit chat with them a little bit was like huge. I also had a really nice health club in the same building I lived in, and it was open late and opened early, and you could always go down there and if you wanted to, like, it was social, you know. And I've tried. I was on my own for almost 3 months. I hired an airplane to drop me off in Alaska, and I didn't see one person for the whole time. And I goddamn near went crazy in about a week. So you just don't know what something's like until you experience it. Now, when I was in Alaska, I ran into one guy one time that he only saw people every 3 years. No, airplane. No, I had an airplane. He only saw people every 3 years when he'd take these rare some kind of sheep or lambs that live in Alaska and go to a slaughterhouse. Yeah. I got a cup of coffee. Yeah. Oh, good for you. Tea's better for you. I do drink tea, but I drink one coffee. I've been actually pretty disciplined lately. I got some kind of allergies and some kind of myalgia, like muscle soreness. Could just be getting old, but and I've also entirely broke my genetic predisposition to being a night person. It was the people that have been around for a long time. We used to have all night long chats. I loved being up all night long. I still have to fight it. But since May, I quit drinking. Not that I had a problem. I did have a problem with it. It was bothering my stomach. I've gotten to a better sleep schedule. And by like 9 o'clock at night, plus I have some kind of allergies. I am tired, man. I mean, I'm not shitting you. It's really nice in a lot of ways. That's why I'm up today. Yeah, you're right about that wildflower. Yeah, tea, it's better for you, I guess. I don't like it as much. I do drink it. I got a bunch of them. I'll be on a tea kick and then quit drinking it for some reason. But I've always had some kind of weird arthritis or muscle soreness. Like, I'm always sore. It isn't like when you're young, it's because you did something new or you just started working out. It's like, doesn't go away. Not like pain, but soreness. Oh, good wildfire. Rob is over there now on the chat. He's in New Zealand. He's in New Zealand. Oh, you don't drink beer? Hey, Penny, how you doing? Oh, you don't like it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I like real dark, uh, like stouts, like Russian Imperial beers, and I like real peaty, heavily peated Scotch. Yeah. Doing pretty good. Yeah, hanging in there. I'm on a better schedule. I'm getting a lot more reading done. Jennifer, do you read at all? Do you do much reading, Penny? Do you get a chance to read? How come you don't do lies on the lies when you're working anymore, Penny? Is that a different setup or what? Oh, gotcha. Oh, that makes sense. I mean, you're better off not drinking than drinking. I don't care what they say. They'll argue antioxidants with red wine and stuff and blood circulation bullshit. If you write a list down of all the positives and all the negatives, you're going to be hard pressed to come up with a lot of positives for drinking alcohol other than you can stand your overweight fat wife you haven't had sex with in 3 decades. Oh, a little more responsibility. Good. I know you got a raise. Oh, good for you. Jennifer, where do you live? You can just give the state. Don't give the city. I'm always looking for the truth. Probably not. It's a moving target. Oh, good for you, Penny. It's a moving target. Just when it's like happiness. Just when you start to experience it, it subtly goes away. That's why I encourage everybody to read old literature. I can give you recommendations, and it'll just hit home so hard. Oh, magnesium. Okay. Oh, you'll tell me later? Oh, okay. I tell people I chat back and forth with Jennifer Lopez every day. They don't believe me. Let me prop this door open. It's going to do that all day. I like this fresh air. It's only 72 here today. 72. degrees. Do you know where your children are? Oh, I've been reading. It's been so great. Just reading. Let me give you today's reading assignment. Madame Bovary. Read Madame Bovary. I'm telling you, you will love this. Madame Bovary. I think you'd really love it. And this stuff was written in 1857. All the writing is way better. Just live your life. You drink alone? Oh, aloe vera, it's good for your stomach. Yeah, it is. But you can't drink it for too long, too much, Jennifer, or it'll trash the microbes in your stomach biome and you'll have more problems. You just can't keep drinking it forever. But you're right, it does help. I drank a whole gallon of it. Took a while, but it does. But it'll end up disrupting the chemical balance in your gastrointestinal tract. Just take it for like a couple weeks. But you're right, it works. So does organic oregano oil in capsules. It is good. Yeah, you're right. You know, I'm not for the natural shit at all. The reason we live as long as we do now is because of modern medicine. There are things that once in a while don't work out like they planned, but by and large, if I can't find a scientific study about it, I'm not swallowing it. This natural stuff's a bunch of bullshit. Like I said, the mean average of human life expectancy is increased because of modern medicine, not because of fucking wheatgrass. This is why I say we seek the truth. It's great to go into the health store and you buy this and you buy that and you tell people your breasts are firmer and people say your skin glistens and all this other bullshit. No, it's not a fact, Jennifer. It's not a fact. It's an opinion because there's no study on it. Same with those fucking pills you swallow for your probiotics. No, it's a crapshoot. I like going to the store where I get all kinds of. Yeah, it's not worth it. But it's up to you. You live your life. I like mine. I'm not saying, but it's great when you're healthy and you take natural things and you tell everybody how it works. But wait till you get in a legitimate medical complication. That's Steve Jobs would have lived a lot longer. Instead, he went and fucked around down in goddamn Tijuana using homeopathic methods for pancreatic cancer, or he would have lived longer. I'm a truth seeker, no matter how painful. I run into these people all the time. It's all right. Yeah, you can swallow what you want, and I'll swallow what I want. It's a great feeling. And I think, I don't know how much you've read this, but there's some very good studies on placebos, and they're right up there with the real McCoy, The Power of Mind. No, I never tried it. No, I never tried it. They're right up there with the real McCoy. And actually, Harvard, I haven't read the conclusion of the study. I don't even know if it's published, but Harvard was taking it a step further. And they were going to let you know you were taking a placebo. The power of the mind. If I tell you all that bullshit's good for you, Jennifer, and you believe it, then it's good for you. You're at the hospital. Angiogram this morning. Been 8 months since. Oh, good. Oh, good luck, Penny. I'm sure everything's fine. You can get a copy of those images, and I'll tell you, they look cool framed. They'll give you a copy of that. You got to ask if you can have a copy. Like you're going to get a third opinion, even though you're not, your second opinion. No, it's a fascinating image, and it just shows the technology. That's the way to go. You're at a hospital getting an angiogram, not some damn pill of wheatgrass you're swallowing and think you're going to get better. No. Okay, Jennifer. Well, it's up to you to believe in it. I don't believe in it. I think it's a total crock of shit. I do think plants in general are better for you overall, a plant-based diet. I do. But that's just because of the absence of meat, not that plants are inherently the fountain of life. Yeah, no, I have images of different things like that, Penny, and they're actually beautiful. It shows the power of mankind in a positive way. Not really. I did when I was younger. I used to be really into weightlifting. I'm sure you notice it when you see me walk by the camera. So yes, but I don't really believe in supplements if you eat anywhere near a regular healthy diet. No, I don't. I think they're a waste of money, and they're actually can be toxic and very difficult on your liver and kidneys. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, food supplements, a balanced diet. Yeah. I appreciate it, Jennifer. You come visit, I'm going to make you a hot dog and fries for lunch. It's going to give you a basis for comparison. Yeah, he's right. He's an educated guy that bases his opinion on scientific studies. Absolutely right. And I'll tell you another thing too out there. This is just my hillbilly thesis. Doesn't mean shit. Don't have to believe it. But I read a lot, and I have a friend that's a doctor that reads more than I do. And I have a pretty good hillbilly background on research, I think. You get what you pay for, so don't complain. But I think you're going to find out that there's way more negative effects of continued marijuana use than you're going to believe. I think these states fucked up big time approving this shit. Oh, brisket? Oh, you definitely, I'll cook it for you. I haven't done that in a long time. I have cut back on my red meat. And I will say to you, I like it too, Penny, but I'll tell you that my opinion, again, doesn't mean shit. You're better off skipping the brisket. All the science is there, from the fat the smoke when you're fucking around the smoker. I mean, there are good studies out there with smoked food and known carcinogens. Yeah, there really are. For years. It probably does, Jennifer, but I got an idea that your good shape is by and large a result of not being a druggie or a drinker and good genes. Doesn't have anything to do with your diet. Yeah, but blood tests for typical daily health, I mean, you can get those done on your own now everywhere. I mean, blood tests are an indicator, but it isn't like you can get a blood test in your cupboard. Yeah, there are. There are. But if you've ever read any books on cancer, there are things that you can do to accelerate cancer and trigger that gene to go rogue. But cancer's in you already. Your cells that could turn into cancer have been with you since birth. They didn't come from anywhere. There are risk factors like UV, high fat diets, chronic alcohol use, smoking. But these women with breast cancer in general, that was with them since the day they've been born. Some cells say in check, others don't. Yeah, others don't. You look at breast cancer. I mean, I shouldn't say this. It's funny you should bring that up, but I was thinking about this laying in bed for some reason last night. I'm fucking crazy. Everybody knows that. But I'm not shitting you, man. There's sometimes, like last night as an example, I go to bed and I'm actually sleeping and I talk to myself for like 3 hours, like giving a speech. And last night was based on everything that I know about breast cancer and the ignorance out there. I mean, you have a niece, a wife, a sister that dies from breast cancer. You don't know jack shit about science. You're mad, and you're going to go on this blitzkrieg of ending cancer. I mean, just look around. The pink thing, good for them, right? But if you got more into science and you did research, you'd realize how silly it is and how they're just uneducated people thinking that cancer is bad and that somehow they're going to have a first seat to eradicating it. And it's just so false. This is kind of like a baby chicken trying to cross a busy expressway. You just cringe and they just don't know what they're talking about. Good intentions, so nobody says anything. I give them $25 or whatever they're selling when I see them. But they're just clueless that cancer is part of this life cycle and you're never going to eradicate it. It's part of being alive. Yeah, the mammograms, there's different, and with mammograms and stuff like that, you can still miss breast cancer. Yeah, it can be treated. They've come a long way. See what I mean? You think it's evil, but that's how the media sold it. But it's also part of life, Jennifer. It's part of the circle of life. I mean, when you get it, you don't want to talk about that. When you have 2 kids you're leaving behind, you don't want to talk about it in that way. But it is. It's, they're taking a disease in the simplest way and marketing it and villainizing it, kind of like they did with sharks and venomous snakes. And it's really a disservice to anybody with a decent IQ. Shut up, Michelle. Shut up. No, there's some excellent books on cancer that are written. Yeah, I hate to say that, man. It's absolutely terrible. When I got a big tumor on the end of my pecker, you can tell me I told you so. Yeah, I hate to say that. It's terrible. There was a Paula. Let me think her last name. She's from the UK. Excellent book, man. Go out and get this. Penny, read Madame Bovary. You can get a cheap copy for $3. Hey, Pug. Madame Bovary, read it. I know you would love it. And you should too. Hey, Pug. You'll be a better person when you're done with it. Let me think about this. Recent books on cancer. Her sister wrote a book too on the GI. This is an excellent book. You can get it in paperback. If you guys have subjects that interest you like I do, everybody sees my book and they my books and they think how much it costs. Now almost all those are used. Yeah, I know, Jennifer, but it's part of life. I'll find it. I put all my cancer books in one section. I'm trying to think of this girl's name. It's Paul or something. I read so many books. I don't really care who the author is when I read them. I should be better about it. Cancer researchers. You want to read a book from a cancer researcher. What the hell is her name? There's a million books on it. Looking for it right now. I got it at home. Cancer. I think it's the something cell. The evil cell or the rogue cell or something like that. Rebel cell. That's it. Rebel cell. I just remembered it. And I'll give you her name. Excellent book. Yeah, here it is right here. You can get it for $6 on eBay. Get this book. If you've been touched by cancer, affected by it, worry about it, by Kat Arney. Katarney. Kat Arney, Rebel Cell. Can't see it that good on here. Excellent. Read that book. I read it in the spring. Kat Arney, Rebel Cell. Excellent. Now there's a cancer researcher. I mean, if you go to Johns Hopkins, Cleveland Clinic, Mayo Clinic, they're going to scare the hell out of you. And you're going to just be reading strictly books that petrify you. Read the science behind cancer. Read that book. That book is so good. Well, I read a lot, Jennifer. It's mental illness. It's not like I'm smart or I'm doing anything with it, but definitely read that book. You will love it. Rebel Cell by Kat Arney, and you can get it cheap. Free delivery, $6. Yeah. Well, read it again. It's good. The writers of yesteryear are so much better than this crap we're putting up with now. It'll keep you sane. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Text. I got a bunch of them, actually. Any scientific subject you're interested in, I got a lot of books on. Upper GI, lower GI, bone cancer, which is the most painful, heart issues. I mean, you get what you pay for. But, I can give you some good things to read. Yeah, it sucks. No, it sucks. Actually, there's somebody on this chat that you guys know, but I can't give the name of her. Just got a cancer diagnosis. And I mean, I don't pray for anybody because I'm not religious, but my opinion, what you can do is line them up. All you can do is line the cards up as good as you can. It's like anything, a job, a relationship, and hope for the best. If it was all spelled out and you knew what was happening, life wouldn't be as interesting. Oh, your mother passed from it. Oh, yeah, it makes sense. See, this is very common. There's such a personal interest in cancer, in how it's affected people's life. You hate it. Yeah, biomarkers. No, that's a great idea. You're an informed reader. Yeah, my God, brain cancer. Wow. I mean, these are the things that drive human interaction to do things. All I'm saying is what's going to do things is research. That's it. Oh, very aggressive form of cancer. See, that's what got Jimmy Buffett. Merkel cell. Merkel cell is a cell on the top of your skin that senses heat, light, and warmth. It's an oval shaped cell. And actually, Merkel cell really wasn't much of a factor. Probably was misdiagnosed for the last 3 decades. And the way cancer works is when they treat it, what you hope doesn't happen is that you get immune resistance to the medication. Medication quits working. That's what happened with Jimmy Buffett. Was doing well, the cancer is in check, and then bam, nothing works. And it's tits up. But look at this, and I don't mean to sound macabre. But, and Penny, I feel bad this happened, but we're all going to die. Whether we get cancer or whether we don't isn't going to keep us from dying. The caveat to all this is the expectations you have on how long you think somebody should live. That's the disappointing part. Did Penny think her sister was going to die at 49? Hell no. That's the problem. It sucks. It sucks. But if you take all the emotion out of it, all the stories you hear about people dying from cancer, and put your interests into research, you'll do more than you ever could by handing out a pink ribbon. Support research. But cancer is a very tricky. It morphs itself into beating all current modalities. Constantly changing. You can cure a certain type of cancer. Look at childhood leukemias have basically been eradicated because of research. There are places like St. Jude's, which, they haven't gone unscathed in scandals either. I can tell you right now, St. Jude, you show the kid on that is 6 feet tall that weighs 99 pounds. Who wouldn't want to donate to that? But you got to be careful. They've gotten caught in misappropriating funds. And here's something you don't know. You know that 95% of the people that take their kid to St. Jude's have insurance? The biggest critic of St. Jude's are the people that say they ask for money even when they don't need it. And that's something to think about. Oh, wow. Yeah, please do. Yeah. Throat cancer, smoking. Never smoked. Yeah, that's possible. You can get breast cancer as a man. Yeah, I know people that have died from lung cancer that never smoked. Well, I'll tell you where drinking comes into the relationship with cancer. Is if you look and you read a lot, inflammation gets the ball rolling on all sorts of shit, which is why bad teeth can cause heart attacks in some people. Systemic inflammation that started in the mouth. Yeah. Inflammation. Yeah, it causes all sorts of problems. It's the precursor to rogue cells sometimes. No, it's not, Michelle, you dumb bitch. Yeah, but there's people that drink whiskey that don't get it. Here's what it is. This is the bottom line on it all. It's gene expression. Gene expression, how your genes express themselves. Do you have big tits, small tits, blue eyes, green eyes? Same thing with diseases. Charles Bukowski said he was an alcoholic and a very good poet. Look him up today. I'll write this down here. Charles Bukowski said if he hadn't been an alcoholic, he'd have killed himself 30 years sooner. Gotta love his honesty. You got to be able to take the pill and swallow it. Shut up, Michelle. Get back on your medication. Charles Bukowski's dead. What a great poet. No fucking around with him. He reminds me of myself. Just a miserable fuck. You put it in writing. Yeah, Michelle, you shut up. No, yeah, I'll get you I'll get you locked back up again today. You'll be in a fucking rubber room by 5. Get you fitted for a new straitjacket. Jennifer, read on Charles Bukowski today, will you? I think I need to bring you down a notch or two with this fairy tale holistic medicine theory. No, Michelle, shut up. Crazy. She's off her medications, Pug. He's a great guy. Read about Charles Bukowski. Are you familiar with him, Jennifer? Yeah, I can't wait till I have a new romantic relationship. We're going to talk about all this shit. And I have not had a drink since May 28th. But if I start a new romantic relationships, I'm going back to drinking. Fucking A, it enhances things. Doesn't mean we need to get smashed and run into a car going the opposite way in the expressway doing 110 miles an hour. Be in moderation. Not what all you crazy Christians think. Moderations. Yeah, it'd be great. It enhances things. Yeah. We're going to do it. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm going to put my hat in a will to somebody. This hat. We're going to go out smoking. Today, I'm obsessed with bookstores. I love bookstores. You know what I got to get today? I've got to get one of those like bamboo or wicker things that you roll down and put on my porch, because from this time of year, of course it changes, the sun's moving around. I have to, if I sit on my couch on the porch, you just get broiled for about 4 hours. I can't stand it. You'll take the hat? Okay. And I want to get one of those shades that you can crank down so I can lay on the couch and read without getting broiled. And then I'll roll it back up after the sun hits the roof line. I got 15-foot ceilings, 15-foot porch. And that's the downside. It's that fucking sun. Fucking pisses me off. Lexile number of literature to scale measure. Oh, yeah. It's funny you should mention. I just bought a book on that. I think my comprehension is slipping. No, fuck no. I took astronomy in college and barely passed it. It's a fucking bitch. I thought I was just going to learn about the planets. Fuck. I can remember we had this test one time, and it was like, what time of the day or night was it on this planet fucking 100 years from now? It's like, fuck. Everything's spinning around, different rates, different deck angles. Fuck me. This isn't at all what I expected. It's a bitch, man. Here I am taking a class for fun. I'm spending all my time trying to pass it. The fuck? You'll find you have aptitudes for different things. Like mine is the history of pornography. I'm an expert. No, that's a fucking bitch, Pug. No, I get it. I got a bunch of books on speed reading, which is a real discipline. I'm about ready to go both feet in. Speed reading. It doesn't mean shit if you don't comprehend what you read. But I'm going to work on it because I think I'm a slow reader. I'm afraid to take the fucking test. I don't want it to show retard when I look at my number. I think I'm a slow reader because I want to remember it, but I think there are ways around that, and that's what I'm going to work on. I want to get up around the 700 word per minute range. Yeah, fucking genius. Yeah. No, it's a way to do it. There's tricks to it. It's the same shit with memory, word association. There's a lot of tricks to memory. You tell a story, you make a story. It's not easy. I'm going to do that too. Yeah, it's a way to go. It's party all night. I'm going to be in control of my senses. I took a Claritin D today. Already feeling good. Yeah. I'm just like lethargic. My eyes itch. Oh, you do? Oh, that's a good idea, Penny. Yeah. Good for you. Oh, good girl. That a girl. Yeah, you're improving your life then. That's good. Hey, did you sell that property or did you decide to keep it? Oh, okay. Oh, good. Oh, good. Has anybody ever known anybody that's kept a diary like for like their whole life? Yeah, I don't want a diary. I don't want anybody getting a hold of that fucking thing. No way. That's the last fucking thing I want somebody to get a hold of. Probably get indicted. Diary. David Gates, I found a diary underneath a tree. So great. Found a diary underneath a tree. David Gates, I loved his songs. I don't know why they don't play him on the radio more. He was a good Jewish publicity agent. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. Isn't that the truth, Pug? Some cocksucker getting a hold of that and putting it on YouTube after you died. I mean, a diary where your whole life was on it, the good and the bad. Yeah, hell no is right. I got it right up here. Right here in the old bean. All right, Jennifer, you have a good day. All right, you party on, okay? Glad to have you. You take a wheatgrass pill today. Oh, it sure would, Michelle. It sure would. Yeah, you're right, Michelle. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, crazy. I upload a lot of videos. Guy got a hold of me of that church that I uploaded the video about a year ago. Wanted the contact numbers, I gave them to him. I guess he has some ancestors from there. Good for him. I got about 20 trips planned to Hilton Head, different routes. Blacksville, South Carolina. That's my next one that I'm really looking forward to going to. Blacksville, South Carolina. They have healing pools, which I think's a crock of shit. No, it was at Hopewell Baptist Church in Sparta. Hopewell Baptist Church. I do love churches, even though I'm not a Christian. No, Blacksville. Look it up, Blacksville, South Carolina. I'm going there pretty soon. Hopefully within a week. I'm going to photograph the hell out of it. For some reason, I like Blight. I get a lot of nasty comments. They say I just like to see people in a bad situation. That's not true. I'm not really sure what I like about it. I just like seeing old buildings and just stimulates my mind. Penny, I think you've created a voodoo doll kind of like thing with me because I haven't been watching porn hardly at all. And I can't help but think you have something to do with it, with like, a voodoo doll, something, Yeah, I love Blight, man. It's just so thought-provoking. I'm kind of like a glass half full guy. Negative. Been that way my whole life. It seems like positive is fake to me. It's not real. It's just some charade of marketing. Yeah. I don't know. I'll go to the bookstore today. I gave Daisy a haircut yesterday. My clippers aren't working that good, and I had a good pair. I tried new blades. I had to cut her whole coat with scissors. Took fucking forever. I got a blister on my jacking off hand, which is a problem. Pray for me, Penny. Speaking of blisters, there's new data now on lancing blisters and icing sprains and stuff like that. This new data said this elevating your foot and putting ice on it's the wrong thing to do, that inflammation is a natural occurrence that happens with an injury and you should just let it go. Imagine that, all these years of putting ice on shit might be a crock of shit. Makes sense though. Oh, you want to see it? I'll show it to you. It's hard to see in this light. It's a hack job. I understand this. Hey, hon. They want to see your haircut, honey. Hey, she's a great dog. Super. It's just definitely a smart dog. Even Marty said, we were talking about a couple months ago. He said, there is no way in hell you will ever find a dog like that again. No way. He's had a ton of dogs. He said, that's the smartest dog. No problems. Fun to be around. Yeah, she just lets me. Yeah. She is a smart dog. I mean, definitely. Even as a little puppy, you could tell her something once. I mean, the shit she figures out on her own is crazy. Good morning, Blue. How you doing today? How's the weather out there in Colorado? Cool? Hey, Blue, what do you think of this? I mean, I know you read a lot. When I was a kid, I don't know anybody that went to those national parks. I know a little bit about them. Then when I got older and I made some money, I've been to them a lot, all of them. But I can remember thinking of the national parks. Now, last time I was there was 4 years ago this month, Glacier National Park. And I went to Yellowstone. I uploaded videos about it. And I really wasn't having that good of a time there. And I didn't because they're just so busy now. You got to get a reservation now to go into Glacier National Park. And I'm just wondering, like out near you, do you think of national parks in a different way now than you did when you were earlier in your life? To me, they just look like a busy city with all these crazy people trying to get selfies with buffaloes. It's just not a place that seems interesting to go anymore. Oh, 50. Wow. Well, hour and a half. Good for you. Yeah, no, it just doesn't interest me. No. No, I don't like it as much. Oh, it is. Oh, you have your pug's ashes? Oh, okay. Oh, good for you. Oh, that's good. Yeah, they're doing that. Actually, they put a bunch of elk in the Smoky Mountain National Parks, and they're closing the roads off for those. You know, they used to be there and they brought them back, and fuck, who knows? They just, I've lost my interest in national parks. I don't want to go to them anymore. They just strike me as like, you know, when you go to a national park, it's mostly Asians and Germans. It's crazy. $27 for a yearly pass. Yeah, right. I had a couple times I've had the pass where you can go to the national parks, all over, much as you want. Hey, Debbie and Dave. But I've got turned off on them. You know how you can get turned off on people, jobs, restaurants, chat? It can be one comment. People say it's the little things. It's not. If I got a new budding romance and we go see a movie and I think the movie sucks and you love it, that's a fucking problem. I think you're a dumbass. And that's big. It's not small. That's why you get old. I think part of getting set in your ways, you're so much smarter. It's a bad way to describe it. If you meet somebody and they're just talking one damn dumb idea after another, you know better. You know to get the hell out of Dodge. When you're young, you don't. Your dumbass thinks they may change. So they shouldn't be calling this set in your ways. They should be calling it a hell of a lot smarter than you used to be. That's why second marriages fail quicker than first. You see the writing on the fucking wall and get out of the Dodge. You're smarter. Shit, yeah. I think Blue would agree with that. This is why we are the truth seekers. Oh, fuck, ain't gonna happen. Fuck, no. You like that buck and bronco kind of guy, though. Wild dick. I know the type. It's all right. Wow. Yeah, never happened, no. Isn't it a shame, though, it took you so long to figure that out? Nah, fuck. There he is. Love and Spoonful, Mark Kropka. Yeah, let's kick it, man. Let's kick it. Yeah, I didn't put a thing up here this morning. I don't think I've ever done a morning chat. I'm just doing, though. I'm on a new sleep schedule now. I've totally changed my circadian rhythm. It shows you anything is possible. I've been getting up early for 3 months. Yeah, fuck yeah, I have. I can change my life. I know. No, I've been on a new schedule since about May. I'm so goddamn tired at night, man. I fall asleep. Yeah, come on up, somebody. What the fuck is wrong with you? So what? It's morning. Let's party. Start the day with a bang. You know, I'll tell you, hey, do this too. Start marking a lot of these emails as spam. It's the way to go. I don't get hardly any emails. I just spam it. Day from people, bullshit I don't know. Not anymore. Hello, Michelle.
Good morning.
How's your day going?
It's going good so far.
Good. Yeah. Are you playing Russian roulette or?
Well, I'm trying to get a couple deliveries. It's kind of slow, but Starbucks has a new pesto sandwich that I want to try.
Yeah.
Because Dunkin' Donuts had a pesto, like it was like what do they call it? Like grilled cheese they had pesto and tomatoes on it. It was actually really good.
Yeah.
But they ended up getting rid of it because nobody bought it.
Yeah.
Because people really don't go to Dunkin' Donuts for food.
Right.
It's not really.
I got a Dunkin' Donuts 2 days ago.
Did you a coffee?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, their coffee's good.
I don't like their cups though.
The hot cups.
You know, I liked them when they were styrofoam.
Yeah, they probably insulated better.
I used
It's
to
not
take them
catching.
and just throw them out the window, and maybe if all things went well, a week later, a bird would have it like stuck on his head trying to fly with it.
Oh, shut up, Tom. I know you're not like that.
But the Starbucks, I quit doing those too. I just said one day, fuck this, I'm not doing this anymore. $10 for a coffee, it just seems so nuts. So I just quit doing it.
I
But the
mean,
Starbucks that I was going to get a coffee at, they're always closed, and there's always a sign on the thing that says
really?
equipment something. So I went to the Dunkin' Donuts.
Wow. Well, I remember when I was working at Dunkin', it only happened once where the espresso machine went down, but we didn't close the store because of it.
Oh, this
We
fucking
just
place is
told.
closed all the time. I think it's staffing, but that's just a guess.
Oh, probably.
I know there's that's a new Starbucks in Thompson. Then there's another one the other way in Madison. Neither one of them are doing that great, and they're coming up on 2 years old. When I lived in Chicago, I moved there in '98. Things were really booming. I mean, they were redoing everything, and there in my neighborhood, the Gold Coast, there was this. You're downtown Chicago, and you're kind of close. You walk across the street like you would anywhere.
Yeah.
They had Starbucks on every corner, and they were busy as hell, and they were open 24 hours, all day, all week, all year long. You'd be
Wow.
standing in line for a coffee at 3. Not anymore. Not anymore. At COVID, 2 of them shut down, and the other 2 close at night.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nothing. I'm telling you, man, it's nothing like it was. When I moved to Chicago, only reason I did that, I never even went to Chicago much before. It's because I had a non-compete in Michigan. I just decided to leave my wife, and I went to a fucking Atlas.
Yeah.
And I looked at the East Coast, fuck that. California, no way. I'd already been to Florida. So I just picked Chicago, just took off one day. One-way ticket.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great, man. You think about your life now, a lot of people on here.
It must have been like really bad for you to just be like,
no, it wasn't. It was not.
Really?
No.
It wasn't.
No, I looked at it like, no, it was, I
Oh.
looked at it like I get excited about starting over.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, it's just so great to just pack your suitcase
Like a
up and
fresh
leave.
start. Like
A
me.
fresh start, yeah.
Yeah, like everybody, no one knows you yet. Like you can meet people.
I didn't know anybody there. It's great.
Cool.
And then I remember getting there. It was May of 1998, and I was in my 40s then.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, man, this is going to be great, man. I'm starting all over. I'm in this big kick-ass city.
Yeah.
Everywhere I moved, it was great for a while.
Well,
I had a psychiatrist pointing out to me.
Well,
he said, well, why did you move to, he said, how'd you like Florida? I said, it sucks. He said, how'd you like Georgia? I said, that sucks. He said, how do you like Chicago? I said, that sucks. He said, how do you like where you're moving next time and you don't even know where it is? I said, that sucks too. He said, we're getting somewhere. There he is, loving spoonful.
Hi, guys.
How you doing?
Mark.
What's going on?
Quit bragging on the size of those marijuana trees.
Aren't they beautiful?
Tom's just talking about how everything sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, everything's great. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
There's nothing
cool
that
over
sucks. Yeah, last night it got pretty cold. It was in the 40s for sure.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, but it's nice today. We'll have a humidex today, and it'll be high in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
With the humidex.
It's 67 here right now. I don't know what
73 here, 73.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm surprised because you're like really south from me that it's
Yeah, but
close.
it's weird, man. I'm telling you, the weather's changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was overhearing you tell somebody that you're agnostic, Tom.
Yeah.
And I looked at several definitions of the word.
Yeah,
and
go ahead. Yeah, people are going to be surprised because they confuse it with atheism all the time.
Right. And it's
totally
not.
different.
It's not.
No,
it is
it's not.
very
it's not
different.
At all.
And I've come to the conclusion that I am too agnostic. I mean, every definition that I've read describes my beliefs.
Congratulations. No,
Yeah.
actually, your lack of belief.
My lack of belief, exactly.
Yeah, it's much different.
My search.
Right. It's much different than not
It
believing.
is.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
At least I know.
Yeah. There's something to be said for that. Now, if we can only get Michelle to get on the bandwagon.
She'll learn.
She's still getting a big puff of gray dust between her eyes once a year.
Yeah.
Michelle,
or how often do they pick a pope when the pope dies, right?
Ash Wednesday.
Ash Wednesday. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Michelle's going to 2 churches now.
Why, is she back in that Harry Kirshner church again?
Now, what's that other one you go to, Michelle? Michelle, she's trying to get her straitjacket off. Michelle.
Oh. Houdini used to do that. He used to dislocate his shoulder.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. That's the trick.
All right. What do you got going today?
We were talking it over. We were at the beach yesterday, and it was beautiful there. We don't have too many beach days left, so we might take a cruise down and just lay for an hour in the sand and play a little bit. And I got a couple of things I got to get. I got to get a beware a dog sign, even though I don't have a dog.
Why?
And ask me. Well, I figure if I put them on my fence and somebody's tempted to jump the fence and steal some of my crop this year.
Good idea. Yeah. It's good thinking.
They'll think twice, right?
Yeah.
And I was going to even put some barb up, but I'm a little weary about putting.
If a fucking kid gets there, they'll sue you.
Yeah, that's you that had me thinking about that, and now no, I ain't gonna do that.
Fuck no. All that shit, man, like rigged shotguns, explosive.
They hold trap.
Some of these fuckers on YouTube have been sued and lost when they put that exploding thing in a package on their porch, and it injured the people trying to steal it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, you can't do that. You can't make a booby trap.
Booby trap. I know of an incident in Michigan where snowmobiles were fucking this guy's property up, when it'd be like slushy.
Yeah.
And that fucker put a wire out there and it fucked up a guy who caught him on the neck, and he got a $3 million judgment against him.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I hope so.
Now in this current society, when somebody goes back in your backyard and tries to steal all your shit, you got to serve them coffee and fucking donuts.
That's right. Chuck them off.
Go in there, man. Get in there.
I apologize, Tom. My phone was overheating. I can't have it on the wall.
No, that's why I didn't get to record the Crawfordville parade.
Did your phone overheat?
Yeah, and I wasn't even fucking using it. It was in my pocket.
Well, the thing is I didn't think it was that hot. But
no, it wasn't. Me either. It wasn't that hot.
I think it's because of where I was positioned. Like, the sun was just beating down on it.
Yeah, no, it'll do it. If sometimes, like if I leave it on the seat to charge and I'll go somewhere, and the sun's coming through the windshield, it'll shut it down.
Oh yeah, I was on the beach. Like I said, on the beach yesterday, I tried to do a live and I couldn't even get mine going. It was so hot.
Yeah.
Right in the sun, right?
Michelle said the way she was positioned.
No, I think where my phone was on the dash, because the charger is on the dash. I think the sun was just getting at it. Because I'm like, wait a minute. I understand if it was like 90 degrees out, your phone's there. But I think when you run some of the applications too on your phone, it heats up the battery more too.
My phone's about 2 years old and it sucks now, man. My battery power is nothing. And from day one, I put that limiter on it so it could only charge to 80%. They said it saves your batteries. Not really.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How old is your phone, Tom?
Coming up on 2 years.
Yeah, see, phones go outdated so quickly with all the soft, it literally, Yeah, like it's not even that old, but it probably is old. That's the thing.
Hey, Ray. Well, the battery, and they made these phones now. In the old days, you could get a new battery. You can on this. You can't put a
Really?
new battery in it.
Really, I didn't know that.
Uh-uh.
Yeah,
Huh.
mine's a sealed unit now. You can't even pull the battery.
No,
In the
a
old
lot of
days,
shit
you could
like
pull the
that.
battery.
Transmissions on cars,
Yeah.
sealed
Yeah.
units, ball joints
They are.
sealed. You don't agree? Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. How can you
Yeah, I
seal a
know.
ball joint and make it okay for 300,000 miles? It just doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. Same with the transmission too. Not
Yeah.
being able to service it when it's
Yeah,
sealed
yeah.
like that. You can't change the fluid.
Right. All you can do is put a new one in. Man, I've been looking at getting new vehicles, and I think I'm just going to get a new engine and new trans for my pickup. They're all fucking junk.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
You need a new one for your new truck? Wait a minute, is it for your new truck that you have?
Yeah, well, it's I'm almost at 300,000 miles.
Really?
Yeah.
It looks like a good condition. Well, you travel.
It is in good condition, yeah. But you look at all these new cars, I don't care which one it is, all of them got problems. I'm not buying that and having problems. That's the whole idea in getting a new car.
You either have payments or problems.
Payments or problems. But now you have payments and problems.
Yeah,
these recalls.
Yeah.
Fucking
You know
junk.
what I hear aren't bad? The Ford Edge.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, Mark, when you look at different any vehicle you find, they got something. Like I was thinking about getting one of these Kias Tellurides. You can put seats. I could put all my shit in the back, sleep in it if I had to. Two people, brand new ones. They brag about this 5-year bumper to bumper warranty. Two people went to brushless car washes, and the fucking trim blew off.
Oh yeah.
And they went to get it put back on with this bragging warranty. They told them it wasn't covered. I thought, fuck you. That turned me off on those right there.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked into getting like a trailer, like one of the ones where you drive? You know what I mean? That have.
Yeah, I've looked at everything. Then I went to Subaru, which is too small. They got an Ascent.
Yeah.
Problems. Ford F-150. Problems. Mazda. Problems. Toyota. Problems. It isn't like you buy a new thing and you don't have problems.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking of putting another engine, which a new engine and trans in mine's 13 grand. It's like, God damn, 13 grand. Yeah, that's better than 45.
Right.
That's brand spanking new out of a crate.
Yeah.
That's true. 13 grand is a lot, but you're right.
See, where they fuck most of these people is they don't have the 13 grand, but they can go out and get finance for a 45 grand.
Right.
Nobody's giving you a loan for 13 grand to get a new trans. So they got your ass with a lease. If you're just a working stiff,
yeah.
I caught the tail end of the good old days. If you're a working stiff now, you're fucked. You're going to have to buy one of these new pieces of shit.
Nobody keeps their cars like they used to because they start going bad fast.
Yeah.
It's not like you buy a new car and you're like,
no.
This thing will be solid for like a good 10 years. That doesn't happen. That is far from the truth.
Yeah, now they got to come up with this new bullshit to get you to get them like gold certified used. That means it fucking quits running a month from now instead of tomorrow.
Well, the thing is, what I learned, I always get new vehicles like every couple of years.
I'm not getting anything new. No way.
I lease them. So I lease them and then trade them in every couple of years so that I don't, because I know what's down. I know if I were to buy a car, right, put the money into it, and then it's just not worth the problem.
Yeah,
the
but
headache.
I put too many miles on for a lease.
You do. You can't. Yeah, you can't get a lease.
Yeah. And I know people like me that get into a jam. They need their vehicle for their job.
Yeah.
So they go ahead and lease one knowing they're going to drive the fuck out of it. And then, just put it on and know that one day it's going to be a come to Jesus moment they take it back to where they leased it from. It's like, yeah, that'll be like
Oh,
18 grand for your over
Oh,
mileage. It's
you
like,
are gonna
fuck
get.
you.
Yeah, I went over and it wasn't a lot. One time when I leased a car, I went over. It wasn't by a ton of miles, but it was. And what they charge you for going over on the miles
I know.
is crazy.
I know.
I wasn't happy. I'm
No.
like, yep, I'm not going over the miles.
So here
again.
you got a car you've had to lease for some reason, and you don't want to go to the fucking store because you don't have enough miles left on the lease. Fuck that too.
Well, I mean, leases, you can lease them. There's different leasing programs.
Yeah,
so
but they're all.
You could get one for 10,000 miles. You can get one for 12,000 miles.
It's nothing.
If you drive a lot, you're right. Like if your lifestyle consists of you driving a lot, but if you're just going to and from work, I mean, I've driven my cars to Florida before, but like you just have to you can't travel all the time.
No, yeah, I know people like that. They got a lease car and they're afraid to go to Florida because when they get back, there won't be miles left to go to work.
Yeah, so you gotta just be conscious of
fuck that
what you drive.
I'm fairly conscious anyway.
It's not for everybody.
I'm not reserving my consciousness for that.
Yeah, if you travel a lot, leasing, don't lease.
Fuck that. I'd rather do what I did. I bought my truck with 240,000 on it for $8 grand, and I've got 295 now.
I believe that.
So no matter what happens to that fucker, I'm still ahead of the game.
Yeah,
from buying used or leasing.
You definitely can't lease. Like that is not a good option for you. But for a lot of people, like if they let's say you drive 10 to 15 miles to work and back every day.
Yeah.
And then once in a while you might take a trip to like here or there, like it's fine. But if you're constantly on the road.
You're ahead of the game for sure. If you only paid $8 grand for it and you've gotten that many miles on it already,
I know.
You've gotten your money's worth out of that baby.
Yeah. Yep.
You can do what you want with it.
I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep doing
that.
But
if you put the 13 grand into it, what will it be worth?
Well, that's the big fucking dick waiting for you.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're not going to insure it for that. If I put the 13 grand into it and total it, they're going to look at the odometer and give me fucking 3,600.
Yeah.
But I'm a gambler.
Yeah.
I got a possibility of getting fucked rather than a guarantee.
Once you put so many miles on a vehicle, it depreciates fast.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's a newer vehicle. Like,
hey, but I've done the math on these cars, and I've figured it out. Whether it's used, whether you did what I did, whether you buy brand new, a fucking car is going to cost you about $4,200 a year.
Oh, I believe that.
From depreciation, from shit you got to put into it, and what you paid for it, and what it's worth now, about $4,200 a year. I don't give a shit what program they give you, how much off. That's the number. Pick your poison.
Sure, I believe. Yeah, I believe
cash. That's what I did. I mean, there are so many people. This is a part of the economy they don't bring up, and how stretched people are. They're fucking vehicles. They're fucked.
Oh, vehicles are a major
Oh yeah.
When you go
it's not like the old days.
When it's to have a vehicle and now even the Tom, ever since I know you don't do leases and loans and everything, but if you do, once after COVID hit, it's like, oh yeah, you used to be able to lease a car for
you're right.
I could lease a car for $280, $250.
Yeah. Now it's $480.
Oh no. Now it's like $500, $600.
Yeah, you're right.
A month.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah. It's at least doubled.
I've looked all over. I spend probably an hour a week looking for an Astrovan. It's a fucking fantasy.
There's Tom, you're gonna laugh. So there's somebody around where I live that drives an Astrovan, and I'm like, I haven't seen an Astrovan in freaking forever. So it sticks out.
I love an Astrovan, but they do. But now, it's been so long since I've had the Astrovan. it's actually getting to the point. Hey, Stephanie, it's actually getting to the point where I don't want one of those because at best, 16 miles a gallon, which is fucking terrible at 350 a gallon.
Sure is. I had that 4.32, and they were great motors, but they were pretty heavy on the gas. Especially
the best engine
if you got
ever
a lead
made.
foot.
The last time they made that engine was 2014.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And what did they put it in?
Pickups and a couple of weirdo cars that I was unfamiliar with.
Oh, okay.
And I looked at
Great
these
motor.
Subarus. I didn't realize they're all four bangers.
Yeah, for sure they are.
Yeah.
Those are sewing machine engines, Tom.
Yeah, you're right. But, you know, if you read the reviews on they're all-wheel drive, they do pretty good in snow. It looks like a car made for midgets.
I was going to buy a Mitsubishi when I was looking around. There was this one.
They kill you on service and parts.
When I took it to my mechanic and he looked at it, he said, Mark, don't buy this car. He said, it'll cost you a lot.
Yeah, parts are crazy. I mean, I can't, there's not one no-brainer car out there to get. They're all junk.
It's not like it used to be. Nowadays, they're so complicated with the pollution control, all these other gadgets on the motor.
Yeah, a fucking burned out headlight's $100 now.
Yeah. Everything is, if it's not, and it depends on what you got to do to get at it.
Yeah. And not only that, when's the last time you heard a car going down the road with a bad muffler? Never.
No, that's true. Never.
It's just, so some shit's gotten better. But overall, it's all junk. Pick your poison.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, battery. Yeah, Penny's right. Fucking car battery. Remember when you used to be able to go to get one of those for $35?
Oh, those days are over.
Yeah, dream the fuck on.
Couple
goddamn
hundred,
car batteries, $140 some kind of way now.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit, man. They talk about the cost of houses and shit. Nobody's really talking about the fucking we're getting with a car. And you can't do shit. You can't do anything. It's the same with these houses. You know what I mean?
No.
It's crazy expensive.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Insurance isn't cheap. Now you pay $1,000 a year for liability, no collision. And that's on a beater.
Yeah. I don't know. I pay good money for my insurance. I got full coverage and I pay good money.
You got full coverage?
And I got my house tied in with it.
Oh, yeah. They give you, but if you look, they always saying, what do they call that? A bundle.
Yeah.
That's another kind of new fucking too.
Scam, yeah.
Oh, it's great we can talk so positive about the future here. I mean, if this keeps going, you're going to need to be a fucking millionaire to have a decent car in 10 years.
I had to put a generator to replace the generator in my Toyota recently, and it was over $1,100.
Oh, there you go. All that
for a
foreign
freaking
shit.
Generator. I couldn't believe it.
No.
I used to get those rebuilt, pop them in myself, like in a half an hour, and be on my merry way for under a couple $100. Under $100. Never mind.
Yeah. Shit, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad, man. Marty was telling me this morning, I was talking to him. He's down in Dothan, Alabama. He was talking about like the cost of shit. Fuck yeah. Nuts, man. Yeah. Look how much good tires are now.
Oh, yeah. Another one.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's it. Married to a mechanic, but parts are expensive. That's no shit. You know, that's got to be like Walmart was set up perfect for a failing economy. You couldn't have been positioned better. And when I was a kid, nobody went to Walmart. We considered a junk shop for white trash. Now that's my go-to store. Because if nothing else, you know you're not going to get fucked too bad.
Oh, everything's so cheap at Walmart
Yeah.
compared to the other stores.
Hey, and you
How
can't
can you
even
not
buy
go
cheap
there?
clothes at Walmarts anymore.
That's sort of true.
God,
I mean, I
dang.
bought my T-shirts that I regularly buy, and they were like $25 for 3.
Yeah,
For four.
yeah. Nope, that's it. No, remember they used to be like $5, $4, 3.
Yeah, yeah. I
For a
don't know. I
couple
mean,
of them.
right
A
across the
500
board,
tire, that's no shit.
everything
Yeah,
went up
800 for
after
4.
COVID.
They won't be lasting long. And that depends too where you live. If you live in a dry climate and you don't need a good all weather, well, you can probably get away with that. But that's one thing. I guess it's good that the earth is warming. You might not need a separate set of snow tires that are 1,400.
Yep. My insurance company insists on them too, almost. I get a
Really?
huge break. Yeah, I get a huge break for having snows.
It's a big difference.
It is big.
All weather tires, which are on most vehicles, they're not that great for
No,
snow.
all season.
No, all season.
You know,
And actually, if you're forced to get winter tires like you are for a good premium, you're better off just getting summer tires and winter tires. That's it.
yeah,
You get way better gas mileage on a summer tire than an all season tire.
right. It's a harder
Yeah,
tire.
Yep, that's it. It's nuts.
But yeah, when I bought the car, it came with a set of both all seasons and a set of winter snows.
Yeah, but I'm telling you,
I
you'll
couldn't
notice a
complain.
big difference between all season and summer only.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've had summer tires, all summer
Yeah.
tires. It's been
Well, that's
years.
because of the marketing and what's available.
It's mostly everything you buy now is mostly all season and all weather tires.
Yeah, and if you don't go get your tires from a place with free rotations and balancing, plan on bending over.
Yeah, that's true.
$50 now.
Extra, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
Per
Yeah,
tire.
you don't need new tires. Yeah.
Remember bias ply tires, the non-radial tires we used to have years ago?
Yeah.
Those were great for stunts, for skidding
Right.
cars out, doing donuts.
Yeah.
Doing Jim Rockford's where you drive backwards and then you whip the car around.
Yeah.
And then you're put it in drive and go forward.
Yeah. Did you ever use chains?
No. They're legal up here in southern Ontario. They're not used until you get into more northern Ontario or some of the back more bush areas of southern Ontario.
Yeah.
But you can't use them.
But you're not getting this. You're not getting the snow you used to get anywhere in Canada, are you?
I never picked up a shovel last year, Tom.
Oh, I know. But how about in like the places that traditionally got a lot of snow? Are they down too?
They're down, but like the snow belt, we call it. It's a little north of here and runs in the cottage country. It was down, but they still got their fair share. They're still getting quite a bit.
Oh, wow.
But the lakes aren't freezing. A lot of them, they're freezing, but they're getting a lot shallow ice. So people are going out on dangerous ice now.
Yeah. Stephanie, you on here?
Oh, I'm here. I just didn't want to interrupt you guys.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hello. God, Tom's getting earlier and earlier. It's only 7:30 in the morning here. I haven't even had enough coffee yet.
I ate a big coffee.
Did you?
I'm working on mine.
Well, I wanted to.
I only drink one coffee a day, even though I'd like more.
Oh God, I got to. I made just one cup, but I got to make a pot. But no, I wanted to comment, Tom, on that Walmart comment. I was just there 2 days ago looking for school clothes for the kids. And what I noticed about Walmart is the little girl clothes, they're still cheap enough. I found $7 tops, $5 leggings, but it's the boys. The boys' clothes are a lot
Really?
more expensive. Yes, for my little Mason. Oh, yeah. I mean, I had to pay, well, it's still pretty cheap, but I had to pay like $15 for his shorts, $20 for his t-shirts. So, yeah, I noticed at Walmart, the boys' things are more, the little girls' things are still cheap.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Too, I don't know how it was for you, but when I was young, everybody got Levi's. Now fucking Levi's are like $70 a pair.
I know the jeans. I know it. Isn't that unbelievable?
No, and you go get I don't give a shit, right? But you go to Walmart, they don't fit for shit. Cheap ass jeans.
No, they don't.
They got some off brand name. I forget the name of them, but they're not like Levi's.
Oh no, when we were young, like you said, we never shopped at Walmart or Kmart. That was for like you said, white trash.
Yeah.
My mom, we always went to the mall and bought my school clothes. And then in high school, I wouldn't have been caught dead in anything from Walmart.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. But now,
if Walmart's selling Levi's now, it's got to be some like fucking B-side record.
Yeah, I don't know if they do or not. I really don't.
Carolyn said they do.
Oh, they do sell them, huh?
But I'll bet you money it's like they've got a hold of Levi's and said, hey, look, we want to sell your brand, but we want to sell them for like half of what you're getting for them at a real Levi's.
Oh, yeah.
I bet there's some.
Oh, I know, because when I was in high school, I've worked since I was 16. When I was in high school, I had a job so I could, go to the mall, shop at Nordstrom's was where all the my friends in high school, that was the store we had to wear clothes from there. So I always had a job. So, between my parents and myself, I could wear nice clothes.
Yeah.
That was important back then. The kids have to fit in. And, when I don't know if I'll live to see the kids in high school, but I'll sure make sure they have what they want,
Yeah.
I mean, I know it sounds, what's the word I'm trying to say? But it's true.
Pretentious.
Yeah. But kids can be horrible.
I said that women's Levi's are 60. To me, I would think they'd be more than that.
Yeah, me too. Especially for women.
Where do these big fat women, the one with just the huge asses, where do they get jeans? And can they get Levi's, or does it have to be some off-brand? I mean, those jeans should cost $200 to wrap around that ass.
Oh, yeah. No, they've got stores for big women, Tom.
Are they name brands?
I'm not sure. I've never had to shop in one of those stores, but I know just by, I did have a girlfriend in high school who was kind of big, and she would go, they have plus size stores. Well, nowadays.
This is past plus. Plus was 20.
Oh. I'm
24. Like, I don't know about girl sizes.
Yeah.
But I wonder, how big would 24 be, size 24?
It's a size 24.
That big?
Yeah.
Like 400?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm glad you don't know.
I don't know. I'm sure we could Google it and find out, but I'm sure they've got stores online for big women.
14? Oh,
nowadays. I mean, there's so many overweight people. I'm sure they're making a killing on their clothes.
Oh yeah, you're probably just sit outside of a Cracker Barrel.
Oh, we don't have Cracker Barrel.
So what would the size be like? What if you were lying to some guy and putting a fake avatar up and trolling and catfish and all that fucking shit. What size would you advertise yourself as to be to attract men? What size is like the good number for women that you'd like brag about? Something Tribbles would say.
Oh God, she'd probably say a 0.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I mean, I was always a 10 in high school, and then a 12, and now at my age, I'm a 14.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what does that transfer in as far as pounds?
Well, it's your body shape, really.
Okay.
See, you could weigh a certain weight, but yet where, like for example, my sister, is thin, right?
Yeah.
But she weighs a lot more than she looks. And so it's true, she has heavy bones. If you looked at her and she told you her weight, you would just think, oh, well, you're lying.
Yeah.
You don't weigh that much.
Right.
But no, women's shapes are so different, Tom. Some have big hips, little waist, big stomachs.
But if you look at, I don't know about women's, but if you're just going by waist size, how do you get those jeans to like fit all those body sizes?
Well, nowadays they make clothes a lot better. Like, for example, I was always tall and thin. So when I was a size 10, the pants were too short for me because of my legs. So when I would go shopping, I would have to look for pants that had a hem on them so I could take the hem down.
Oh, gotcha.
Now that was before capris and short pants came in style. And it was really frustrating because the size I wore, the pants were never long enough for me. So I had a real hard time back then. But nowadays I don't know why, but they make the pants a lot longer. I mean, for years, I've never had any problems with the length of my pants.
Wow. The ones that I've learned over the years to avoid is the ones where there's about 10 inches of cloth rolled up on the bottom.
Yeah, see, no, I would have loved those back in the day because then I could have altered them around. But nowadays I've never had. But see, nowadays you can wear any length pant. So it makes it nice for women if they're tall or short.
Yeah.
And I'm sure short women had the problem with the pants being too long. But nowadays you can wear any length pants, so you don't have to worry about that,
But I just see some like women around here, their ass is just their ass cheeks got to weigh 200. And I always look at them and I wonder where they get pants.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure they've got places.
Yeah.
I never had a butt, so I never had to worry about. I have the white girl's flat butt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have that either. I can't wear a pair of pants without it ending up around my knees. I have to tighten the belt so tight around my stomach so it doesn't go down my non-existent hips.
Oh, yeah. I know, Mark. Yeah, I was like that too. Not really shapely, just kind of straight up and down. Yeah.
There's here it's like there's a lot of African American. Politically correct. And either they got a rocking body or they're huge. Not much in between.
Yeah.
But the girls down here with the good bodies have the most fantastic asses. I mean, they look like track runners in the Olympics. And even the white Olympians, the women, the runners, they have like black girl bodies. Just killer bodies, man. No fat, flat stomach, nice ass.
They're athletes, Tom. What are you talking about?
Uh-oh. Look who just came in, Tom.
White women have the best looking ass on the planet. I think.
There you go.
We have the smallest, but when it was nice and tight, it's beautiful ass. Than having fucking two fucking 50-pound shit hanging off your butt.
She's right, Mom.
Kathy came in complaining how the girls going to high school.
Oh
these
my
days
God, I'm walking
aren't wearing
this
anything.
morning and these young girls are wearing crop tops and tight, very, very short, those cargo shorts right up to their fucking crotch. You can see every fucking thing.
Easy.
No, my daughter walked out of the house looking like that, looking like she's going looking for men, like she's a little whore.
Oh,
She would be fucking beat.
easy. It's a family show.
So Kathy's got some morals.
It's ridiculous
Scooples,
what they're
too.
wearing, man. Shit. And I passed a group of boys and they're in the bushes smoking their marijuana before high school this morning.
Wow.
I should do that.
For sure.
What the hell's going on over there? I thought you were describing Detroit.
Yeah,
I
no.
And also every day I see a heroin addict and I name her Stella. But I carry lollipops with me and I give her one if I have a couple. And this morning she was bent over on a little skateboard and she was very intently looking to see if any rocks fell on it because she was picking up invisible things and she didn't see me coming. And I said, good morning. And the woman almost flew out of her fucking skin. She came out, went backwards. Oh, and I felt so bad. I said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Here's a lollipop.
Oh, you woke her up.
Hey, speaking of lollipops, why, it's something fish. I always call it the wrong name. I say it's plenty of fish, but I guess that's a dating thing. There's something fish the heroin addicts like. Some candy. It's something fish.
Oh,
But why do heroin addicts crave sweets?
it's
a reaction the body gets.
yeah, it's a
It
physique.
craves a sugar. I walk and they go at nighttime and they get
Swedish
boxes
fish,
of
thank you.
free donuts from Tim Hortons, and they would eat like a whole box of donuts, and they would get like maybe about 5 boxes. One box would be eaten. They get Kentucky Fried Chicken. A couple of pieces are eaten, and everything else is just strewn around the bench that they sat at midnight or whatever eating. But they eat all the donuts, not the food. That's why they look like they do, right? They eat a lot of sugar and they don't eat proper food.
Hey, so you got heroin problems over there.
Oh yeah,
Got it everywhere, Tom.
everywhere. That's the homeless population is they're mostly the ones that won't stay in the shelters are mostly users.
Exactly.
And
Those are the ones I see at 7 o'clock in the morning. In the summertime, they're waking up because they sleep on the benches with their blankets, and they're just waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning, all wrapped up, walking wherever they're going with the blanket hovering around them.
Kathy picks an interesting route every day to go.
It's an
walking.
adventure.
Hey, could I do interviews there?
You could.
You probably could. You'd find them. I can pick them out for you.
Yeah.
No shit, huh? Is
Yeah.
it blacks or whites or both?
White. All white.
Huh, that's
There's
interesting.
not too many blacks here in the city.
All white addicts. And there's not too much. I know the addicts. There's like 5 regulars that you see along the path, and they don't bother anybody. They'll hang out. You'll see a shelter. You'll see a tent, a couple of tents, and the cops will let them stay in the tent for a few weeks. And then one morning you will be walking, and there's the cops telling them to take a hike. But it's not much of those you see. But there's a lot of homeless people around here. You see them walking with their baskets.
There's not that many actually. A cop told me. I forget the number now. It's not that huge. It's not like a lot.
Do you have prostitution there?
Oh, I see a couple of them. I'm sure they're not coming back from fucking their night job.
I think I found the town whore, actually. I think I saw her walking the other day because she wasn't wearing very much. And She was walking seductively down Main Street,
Oh,
I guess
wow.
displaying her goods.
Yesterday morning, I crossed the street to start my walk, and a guy came out of one of the apartment buildings, and he's crossing the road, and he started shouting, "I am now on 871065 Talbot Street." And as he's crossing, he's going, "And I'm heading towards 67," and he's just giving off these numbers, but he's giving off the main street's name afterwards, and I'm like, holy fuck.
Wingman.
Wow.
Yeah, he must have been off. He's autistic.
Here I was thinking maple leaves and Canadian bacon the whole time.
Yeah. The city north of us has the worst. They have a population of 400,000 up there.
And they send them to little towns.
And they have a worse problem with homelessness. Like they got
No
the city
shit.
up there.
Prostitution too?
Oh yeah, that's where you go actually. If you want anything like that around here, you go up to that city, and you go to a road called Commissioners. I hear.
Is that in London?
Yeah, and that's where all the girls are.
And how do you know this name, Mr. Marcroft?
Because I talk to people.
All righty then.
He knows people like Michelle.
I like to know my surroundings.
That's how Michelle bails herself out all the time. She knows people.
Is it?
Yeah.
I know.
Oh,
Doesn't matter what the
no, I
subject
don't-
matter. Doesn't matter what the subject matter.
Did Mark tell you about the death? One of the lakes I walked 3 days ago, Monday, this past Monday, a 26-year-old, three adults were in a canoe. The canoe tipped, 2 were rescued, and 1 went down. And
No.
this lake used to be a gravel pit, and they didn't find his body until 9 o'clock that night.
Oh yeah.
It's so sad going around the lake now, and out of respect, there's no fishermen, there's no one fishing or anyone on the lake for the past 3 days now. It's
Out of
really sad
respect.
what happened.
That's what she figures.
What?
That no one's on the lake. It's just I think everybody's back to work and back to school now. Nobody's fishing yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of retirees.
We
too,
went
Mark.
swimming at a quarry when I was a kid. You had to pay to get in there, and every year
Oh, yeah.
2 or 3 people would drown, and
Yeah.
nobody really knew
Wow.
how deep the bottom was. And that was
Yeah.
the fun of going there, the mystique of like you'd jump off the raft and then swim your ass back to it because you didn't want to drown.
Yeah, that was half the fun right there.
Yeah. But when if you were going to a pool, you were ho hum. When you were going to the quarry, it seemed like you had big balls to go swimming there. So that's why we
Right.
did it. It was a whole
Yeah,
nother
adventure.
charge of excitement.
Well, back home, we used to skip school and go swim in the Atlantic Ocean and in all the creeks and rivers because we have lots of those back there. So that's where we used to swim in. That's where a lot of us learned to swim, was in the Atlantic Ocean.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Kathy, do you miss Guyana?
I miss the country and I miss the heat, but there's a lot of fucking crime there, man. And because I'm Portuguese, I'm white, I would be a target from the airport or wherever I'm going.
Gotcha. So you could go to Brazil and talk to anybody, couldn't you?
I don't know the language. I can't speak
Yeah,
Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Oh no, I'm from Guyana. We're the only English-speaking country in South America because we had the Dutch, we had the Portuguese, and we had the British.
Oh, so you didn't grow up bilingual?
No, we grew up speaking broken Creolese, like the Jamaican patois.
Yeah.
That's how we speak. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It's like, hey, mama, what's happening with your fine self?
And you tell your friends, I'm going to go call on my friend. It's not calling on the phone. You're going to go call on them. You're going to walk over to their house. I'm going to go call on my friend, mama.
Huh.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
But you don't want to go there and flex.
I forget that's English speaking.
Yeah.
No wonder their English seems so good.
Yeah, I mean, isn't Jamaica English speaking too?
Yeah, it's just they make their own creoles, a shorter version of an English word.
Right.
It's always cut in half.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how you use it. You use the
Hey,
English.
Kathy, you remember seeing those
We learned
African
the
great?
English in school.
Oh yeah.
We don't
Kathy, you
talk like
remember?
that in school. Pardon?
Kathy, you remember seeing those African gray parrots flying around?
Oh God, yeah. People used to have monkeys. I got a scar on my leg from being bitten by a sacky winky monkey, and I killed it. I didn't. I was mad.
Kathy took a bath to
It
it.
came into our house one day, and it was on the one of my uncle's top bunk, and I had a piece of wood, and I whacked it, and nobody knew until I was a full-grown adult that I told that secret.
Was that a big deal, killing a monkey?
It was because it was on my conscience a lot, and sometimes I think about it, and it's still there. I still feel guilty.
It
man.
depends if the monkey is the prime minister of your country.
Yeah, right. You know, my neighbors got murdered. It was on Unsolved Mysteries, Moses and Delilah Law. And they were
Wow.
from Guyana. And I was living in Florida, and the mother tried to hire me to do some work for her, but I was so busy setting up a bird breeding population. But I had bought 2 big lots of the last shipment of wild caught African grays from Guyana, 100 pair.
Oh,
And
they
that's
were
why I wanted to-
illegally taken out of Guyana.
Well, that was the last shipment. You can't do it anymore.
No. It's big time trouble, man. You can't be.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yep. But I paid for them. They went to a quarantine station in Miami. Parrot Jungle used to be affiliated with it. But
Wow.
I remember her telling me about African grays, and I knew that's where mine came from. They had the Timna, the small one, and the Congo, the big one.
Yeah.
They
Those birds
marketed
are
African
massive.
gray parrots as being the best talkers, but the more experience I got in bird breeding, I thought there were better talkers out there than African grays.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
It's really neat. A lot of people had parrots back home, but they were the a large green parrots.
Yeah.
Everybody had one, and then all of a sudden you'd see a dead parrot floating on in the alley in the back somewhere. Oops, another parrot flew away.
Oh, wow. Were there a lot of monkeys running around?
Oh, people didn't have them running around. They had them in a cage, or they had them tied up with a belt around their waist.
They're in the jungle, but they don't come out of the jungle.
No,
Where'd that
no.
one that bit you come from?
My neighbor had it, and one day it was my fault. I used to talk to it and stuff, but I used to talk to it when it was upstairs on the landing and I was downstairs. And then one day it came, and I don't know what happened, but it spun around and it clamped onto my outer thigh, and I still have a massive. Well, it's not massive. I still have a scar on my thigh.
Oh, wow. Did they ever know what happened? Did you just throw it in the garbage?
No, my grandmother found it. She said, "Oh my God, Mrs. Frank, monkey's dead." And I was like, "I'm going out of the house on this one." No, that was my secret, man. I wasn't going to tell. I would have been dead. My grandmother would have beaten me to freaking death.
Really?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I would have gotten a beating like you wouldn't believe.
She would have beaten her, revived her, and then beaten her some more.
That's what my grandmother used to do. Whenever we were getting a beating, she would go into the kitchen and you would hear the words, "Well, I never." And the minute she says that, you gotta be out of that house, because she's gonna come back and give you a second whooping.
Wow.
Well, she had 9 kids, right? So she was a little insane.
How did those kids turn out?
Everybody grew up. I mean, we're good people. None of us are wealthy, but we're good people.
Wow.
And we're great people. Guyanese people are one of the best people on the planet.
Crazy.
I'm crazy.
Well, hey, now you didn't grow up religious at all, did you, Kathy?
Oh, well, we're Catholics, but I went to church with my grandma until I was about 7 or so, and then I started refusing.
So had you pretty much what age would you have considered yourself no longer religious?
Well, we would have to have a deeper conversation about that.
Okay,
But
well, how
I
about
found
this
out
then?
there was
Did you
no, I found
repent?
out there was no God from the age of 5 to 8. So
So you did or you did not repent for killing the monkey?
I have guilt. I killed an animal. What are you talking about? I've never
Yeah, but he
killed
bit
an
you.
animal.
He bit you.
Yeah, I was angry, man. I was mad.
Ask her if she would do it again.
No,
Would you
I
do it
wouldn't
again?
do it again. No.
I don't know. She's got a hell of a temper, Tom. A hell of a temper.
I wouldn't do that again. I'm older and I'm calmer.
She
He
can't.
didn't
Her
bite
eyes
you again,
roll
though.
around in her head. Smoke comes out of her ears.
Shut up.
It's just
Shut up.
terrible what happens.
I would have killed it too if it bit me. Lucky you didn't get rabies.
Nobody worries about stuff like that at that time, man. Nobody
Yeah,
had
you're right.
nobody worried about shit like that. The
Yeah.
dog bites you, there's no going to the hospital for tetanus shot. If you die, you die.
Right. Yep.
Third world country. The glamour of the third world country.
Well,
You think
we're
it's
not a
still considered third world?
What's that, Tom?
You think Guyana is still considered third world?
No.
No, it's not. We got oil, but we're rolling in the billions of dollars. America's
Who are they
getting
selling
some.
it to?
England is getting some.
Who's getting it?
England and America, they're the ones that came and they're the ones that's doing the digging for the oil. So they get a percentage of everything that they do. So they're getting billions of dollars from Guyana. Both countries, England and America.
Huh.
And then the Chinese come in and they go after our gold. Because we have one of the best golds in Guyana. So you got the Chinese coming and raping the fucking country for the gold too. A lot of people are now, you got people from Saudi Arabia and Guyana now involved in the oil. Everybody is coming. Everybody wants a little piece of the wealth, you know? And then rape
You
the
know
whole
if Guyana
country.
is a member of OPEC?
It would be now, wouldn't it, automatically?
Well, maybe. That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know, but
Yeah,
I
let's
have to
find
look
out.
that up.
That's a good question.
We're involved in something because Venezuela, the fucking dictator of Venezuela started to come after. This is like the 5th time Venezuela is trying to come after our oil. And
Interesting.
America sent a warship in the waters of the Atlantic Ocean to make a threat.
Is it,
to
Mark?
Venezuela, so you back down.
No, they weren't invited.
Oh, okay.
No,
They haven't been invited.
Hey, the volume is like lower.
It would be a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's good. Now it's good. Can you hear me, Stephanie?
Yeah, but you have an echo.
Yeah. See that's a StreamYard fuck up.
Yeah.
Is everything
Oh, now
the
it's
same?
gone.
Oh, okay.
Now your echo's gone. No, that Venezuelan, you know how Trump's always talking about their gangs coming here? Well, in Colorado, they took over, the Venezuelan gang took over a whole apartment complex, and I don't know what they're doing about it. Nothing so far.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
What do you mean? But took over what building?
an apartment complex.
Wow.
Yeah.
What, they just took everybody hostage?
Yeah,
I know, they're just controlling it. The people that live there have to do what they say and everything. They got AK-47s and all this bullshit.
Oh shit, they'll take care of them. They can't get away with shit like that. It'll be shut down. Don't worry about it. Let Trump talk. Trump likes to make up a lot of shit too. Trump is a master of lying. He lies the minute he wakes up in the morning.
All
right.
Oh boy, here we go.
Kathy, we didn't know you were a liberal.
I I care about not having Donald Trump in America at all. He's a lunatic. He's evil. He wants to be a dictator. The man is telling people, vote for me, everyone. Vote for me. And in 4 years, you will never have to vote again. You know who says that? Dictators. The
Well,
American
Kathy, I'm glad you don't live here and you can vote. So you can have your opinion, but you're not an American.
I'm glad I'm not, hon. I am glad I am
Oh,
not.
right now, I know. We've had 4 years of nothing but shit, and it's time for a change. What worse can happen to us, Kathy? Come
This
on.
man could destroy America. He'll destroy.
We're going to be destroyed if we have 4 more years of what we've got, honey. We are going to be destroyed. I'm ready. We're all ready for a change. I mean, oh my
Look at what
God.
Biden has done, hon. Look at what Biden has done in the 4 years he's been. Look at the list of things that Biden has done. He's done a shitload of stuff, a shitload of them compared to what Trump did. Trump did nothing for you guys, not a damn thing.
What are you
But
talking about? When he was in office, our economy was the best ever.
no, man, no. America was bad. No, I'm sorry, baby. Actually, let's just get off the subject, hon.
Yeah, let's,
It's not,
Kathy.
it's not
Thanks.
worth it. It's not worth
No,
it.
it's not. It's not, honey. But anyway,
I hear
yeah.
you, though. I understand.
No, oh, I know, because yeah, politics gets so. I mean,
It's
people, yeah, because
nasty.
everybody has their different opinions and stuff. But yeah. So we'll talk about something else.
Yeah, we'll talk after the election, babes.
Yeah, yeah. There
We'll
you
see
go.
what happens, right?
Yeah.
One of us will get our way.
We
and the
got our
other
own
one-
problems.
We got
out
our own
here now
freaking problems here, man. We got
with our government.
Yeah, well, I wondered what is it like up there? Like, is your how is your country? The economy, what are they doing for you guys? And
It's a good country to live in. I mean, there's a fair bit of money, and there's a lot of industry. There's shit going on. There's social services that's all boxes are checked. I mean, they give away a lot of money to the unfortunate and to the people that need it, or people that don't need it but still are greedy and take it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I'm happy with the way it's run.
Things are expensive, and that's everywhere in the world. People keep forgetting COVID was just a few years away.
Yeah,
You
in
know?
this climate after
Right.
COVID, it's been tough. I mean, because of
yeah,
the prices of everything going skyrocketing. It's same with up
It's
here
not,
too.
man. We see
Yeah.
people in the market, and people are looking at the price of meat, and they're walking right by. They can't afford it. It's freaking ridiculous. 2 little pieces of steak we saw the other day for like almost $30.
I know. Isn't that?
Small little steaks.
Oh, I know the red meat. At my grocery store I shop at, in the markdown. You know how when the meat get close to the date, they mark it down. There is
Yeah.
so many red meat in the markdown because people will not pay those prices.
No, it's ridiculous. It's nuts.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Everything.
I eat so much chicken. I'm turning into a chicken.
Right.
Oh
Fly
man.
away, girl, fly away.
It's okay to eat that marked down red meat. It's when it's
Yeah.
aged a little bit.
Yeah.
It's actually probably better
It is.
No,
don't
it's
Yeah.
leave it
done
out
under the
tonight.
right environment.
if
Yeah.
it's just as long as it's not green.
Yeah.
Right.
And the thing is, it's funny when you go to places like Walmart and they have prices marked down. Those are the exact same price you were paying in 2019, and then they
Yeah, I know. I've
I know
noticed that. I know.
And it's like this is your special. You're giving me a deal that I was paying
Yeah.
fucking 3 years ago.
Yeah, I know it. God, it's
Crazy.
nuts. It is.
man.
We're not smoking
That's
enough
why I like
marijuana.
to walk, so I can just clear my head for a few hours and go on my adventures.
Right.
I'm going to send you a
And I meet
magnet hat.
so many new people, and I meet so many dogs. Oh my God. I pet
Oh,
so
yeah.
many freaking dogs every day. And when they see me come in, the tails are it is so beautiful. My mornings are spectacular. I have a great morning every morning when I see my doggy.
Good for you.
That's great.
It is. It's fantastic.
Well, I think I'm going to hit the road.
What are you doing today, Tom?
Today I'm going to go to Augusta. I'm going to check out. I'm going to get a lunch, go to the bookstore, and maybe go buy a CD place. It's a nice, cool day.
You're
And
gonna
back. Yesterday I'm about done with my books on the shelves. I'll be showing you organized videos soon.
Cool.
all right.
Yeah.
You're gonna have
Long time
to
coming,
build
Tom.
a shelf for your CDs now.
You know, I won't go that crazy, but I notice that I get more done when I'm playing music.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
I've been an advocate of that for a long time.
Yeah. We
Yeah, I
got
know
rid
you
of
are.
so
You're
many
big on it.
books.
That's great. You got that all
Hey, Mark,
organized.
what's the
What's
deal
that,
with that
Tom?
Trudeau? What's going on with Trudeau's hair?
What's wrong with his hair?
Some say it has
He
a
looks
life
like
of its
Charlie
own.
Chaplin, kind of.
Yeah, I guess.
What's wrong with Trudeau's hair?
It's all kind of all over the place lately.
Leave the guy's hair alone.
Exactly. It's
He's
what?
the son. I don't know if you knew Pierre Elliott Trudeau, but Pierre Elliott Trudeau, his father was the Prime Minister of Canada
He was cool.
from 1972 to 1980 or something like that. He had a long, long run as Prime Minister of Canada.
He was cool.
He was one of the best we ever had, some say.
Yeah.
He was a liberal. And
He was
now
funny.
Justin Trudeau is trying to follow in his footsteps and run the country in his fashion.
He's big. He's big on promoting transgenders.
Yeah, he's very rainbow.
He is. He's open. He's open-minded. He came, he said, listen, man, this marijuana thing is just bullshit. And that's the first thing he did for us. He legalized it.
For some of us.
And so what if he's I mean, you don't mind these people's business and they don't mind your business and they live their life. They don't interfere with my life.
He's a politician.
Let it be. And he's a politician. He has to be.
We have to mind his
business. You can't make yourself an enemy of those people. Otherwise, that's millions of votes.
I don't think it's millions.
Well, yeah, you're right. I agree. We have a lot here, though.
But his hair doesn't look right.
You know who had a stroke? Brian May.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. If anybody doesn't know, Brian May's the guitarist from Queen.
Yeah, so did Michael, what's his name, the world record holder in the Olympics. Michael
Phelps?
No, the runner, not swimmer.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know baseball.
Had a stroke, eh?
Yeah. I'll tell you his name. You'll remember. I just read it the other day.
Is he a black guy?
Yeah.
Oh, is it that little short black football player from back in the day?
No, he's
an Olympic guy.
Oh, an Olympic guy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what his name is. Hold on, I'll tell you. I can't get the goddamn trans picture out. Yeah, who is the Olympic gold medalist that had a stroke lately? Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had a stroke at 50. Wonder what caused that.
There's a lot of things. One of our friends had a stroke, and he was just messing around under the car, but he was straining his neck, and the next day he had a stroke.
Pinch nerve.
He said, I felt something pinched to the back of my neck, and then they had to rush him to the hospital. Stroke.
Major
Young
one,
too. He's our age.
Oh, that'd be terrible, a stroke.
Yeah, that's
shut him
what
right down.
scares me. My father had a stroke. One of his many things that happened, and thank God, he did. His left arm and his left side of his face was real weak, but he did physical therapy for his arm, and he got better. But some people, they lose it paralysis from strokes, and very scary. I would never, that's my biggest fear. I'd rather have a heart attack than a stroke.
I hear you, girl. I hear you. Mark's dad
Yeah.
had a stroke, but thank God it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I know it. I know.
Except for the one that killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Can't
I've
count
had
that
a
one.
lot of stuff involved.
That's the more important one.
Yeah,
But
but
it
you
didn't
guys,
kill him.
you guys smoking causes strokes.
Oh yeah, big time. Our chances are increased majorly from smoking.
My sister had about plus you have those TIA. I think they call them TIAs, little mini strokes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, some people have strokes and they don't even know that they had a stroke.
Yeah, I think that's
Right.
I think I had a few of them.
A lot of people.
They can
Mini
check.
strokes.
It's a CAT scan,
Yeah.
and they can check you for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, some people, they think they had a heart attack. There's a chemical that occurs as a result of a heart attack. So
Right.
they can tell if you had one.
Yeah. I've had a couple of those tests because when I had those panic attacks that were so bad, I thought I was having a heart attack, and they would test me, and it wasn't a heart attack. It was anxiety attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes
Yeah.
your heart palpitate, eh?
I got
Oh,
a buddy.
yeah, so fast. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I could imagine.
I got a buddy with a weird one. His chest, the skin jumps around right out of his chest.
Yeah.
It wiggles around underneath the skin,
He has a flib.
right over his heart.
Weird. What does that cause from?
He's getting it checked out. I don't know yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Look up.
I know.
He can see his skin moving.
Yeah.
Oh God, he better get to the ER.
Yeah, he's been. They're doing all kinds of tests on him and trying to figure it
Wow.
out. Uh-huh.
Never heard of that.
Huh.
It could be a nervous thing. Maybe, the nerves is jumping around in there somehow. Could be a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Glad I don't have it.
Yeah, no shit.
Sounds like a horror movie or something's gonna pop out or something.
Alien, yeah.
Yeah, shit. Oh man.
Hey, well, you guys have a good day today.
You too, Tom, Mark, Kathy.
See you, Stephanie.
Okay.
See you,
Have a good
Tom.
day.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye, Mark.
Bye, Tom.
Bye bye.
See you, Stephanie.
Okay.
See you, Leah, Debbie, and Dave. Ray, you guys party on. Have a good day. We'll party later tonight.